All right, so Patrick, we're back. Okay, we need to address the elephant in the room, which is the fact that it's not even Patrick's laugh that people were worried about. They were more concerned about your wheeze. They were going, I think this man is dying. He's on his last breath. And it was 2 episodes. It was 2 episodes of People's Own Terror. And, you know, me and Patrick both love the horror genre. And it was more of an Easter egg that we were surprising you with a horrific, shrieky kind of vibe with those past 2 episodes. But he is now off mic, which I have a feeling you guys are going to get pissed off about that too. They want you on camera. They haven't seen you. No. Guys, I'll post a pic. No, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. But I do think that with Patrick, the show is really something special with him. And I think that he really brings out my riffing, my fun. We kind of like chat throughout the week and he keeps notes and stuff. And so it's like, it really does help me. But I haven't seen Patrick in a while. We saw each other like briefly last night. Yeah. But it's been a second. Yeah. You're skinnier. Yeah. I'm trying to stop the wheeze. I mean, I know, but it's still not skinny. I do want to be clear. It's still pretty big. We're happy for him on his weight loss journey, but the journey is nigh, okay? Hello, guys, and welcome to episode 146 of Anniewood. I'm here at the Green Lab TV studio. I have my Randy here. Patrick is hidden away in a sound booth because his laugh is so loud. We've excommunicated him from being heard by an audience. Just kidding. He will be out here, but he will not be mic'd. And we have Paul on the keys. But I just wanted to remind you guys that you can get the unedited, extended, uncensored version on Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/Annie Lederman. And then also I'm on the road coming to you, performing for you. Love you guys. Can't wait to see you. I'm doing a very exciting show on September 6th, this Saturday in Las Vegas with Doug Stanhope. It'll be me, Doug Stanhope, and Andy Andrus. It's going to be absolutely amazing. That's at the Plaza Hotel, so grab your tickets if there's still any left. Then I'm going to be in St. Louis, Missouri at the Funny Bone, September 12th through 13th. September 16th, we have our next Anniewood and Friends. This last one sold out. It was absolutely incredible, so get your tickets to that one as well. September 25th through 27th, I'm going to be in Calgary. I'm coming back to Canada. Can't wait to see you guys. Hopefully I won't freeze my labes off like I did last time. October 3rd through 4th, I'm in Seattle, Washington. October 17th through 18th, I'm coming back to the Dirty Jers. I'm going to be talking about Jersey a lot this episode, but I'm coming back to you guys. I can't wait to see you. Point Pleasant, New Jersey at Uncle Vinny's. And then November 14th through 16th, obviously, I'm going to be at Skankfest. Can't wait to see you guys. And then November 20th, 22nd, I'm in Houston, Texas. And in January, I'm going to be back in Texas, in Fort Worth, and in Dallas. And I have so many more dates being added. So you guys got to go to Anniewood. All right, go to annielederman.com/shows to check them out. There's so many shows, and I am hustling. I'm in a different mode, which you will hear about in this episode, so you're going to get a lot of fresh new stuff, and I can't wait to perform for you. All right, guys, enjoy the show.
Welcome to Anniewood.
We still got a ways to go, and this is coming from someone who's gained back all their Ozempic weight, so no shade. Okay, these are my new pants. I had to get new pants. I've been shoving my fat ass into the other pants, and you don't want to quit, but you're like, give yourself a break for a couple weeks, There's only so many colonics you can get. When I was in New Jersey, I had to get an emergency colonic. I was being fed by my mother-in-law, and I actually have a video of it. It's like I can send it to you, but I have a video of her. She force feeds me, and so it's playing on one that I have no ability to say no to things that taste good, and she's like my favorite restaurant. I always say that my mother-in-law is my favorite restaurant. She's the best chef. She knows all my favorite food. She cooks me all my favorite things, but she cooks all of them. Okay, and then so it plays on that, and then it also plays on my people pleasing because she'll go, but I made it for you. But I went to work all day and then I cooked this, and it's like there was a point where I was crying. I learned in her language how to say help me. I go soy koi, soy koi, soy koi. Please, I'm not like your family. I was like, I'm not like your family. I don't have moderation. I don't live like this. And so I hadn't shit for like, it was like 5 days of no shitting, and then just more soup, porridge, pot roast, fettuccine. It was like clam linguine. I was like, I'm dying. I'm dying. Todd almost died from when you have like the poop farts? I mean, it was bad. It was bad. And so I had to it was an emergency. I drove to like 45 minutes away, and I usually do the colonic where they are there with you and they kind of massage your belly, and they make small talk with you, and they're like your shit's like flying through this machine, and they're like, oh, somebody had a burger. You like, it's like crazy. And I actually vibe so deeply with these women that I do it with. Like, I love them. They're called colon therapists. And they are therapists, kind of. Like, I've cried to them. Like, they got stuff shoved up your ass. They got you. But it can be pretty intense and pretty cute. But I love the women that I do it with Liza and with Lou. How hilarious! The lady's name is Lou. But so the one I did in New Jersey was one where you go in and you basically like sit in this tub thing and you just do it yourself, and you're like, okay, so you're just like privately just shitting into this thing. You're just openly shitting into this thing. You're pushing. You do not push when you're on the table with the ladies. Do not push. But you're like pushing and stuff. But then the lady kept like popping in to talk to me, and I was like, I'm straining. You don't want to be mid-strain when someone walks in. I'm like, but.
Is there a change that when it happens, once it's done, do you feel a change?
It basically takes like 5 of the shits. Like I could feel like, okay, that was the shit that was like they take all the shits out. It's all the shits that got stuck in there. Whoa. Yeah, it's great. You should try it. You might lose a few. But doctors don't recommend it, so I don't know. I guess apparently it's bad for you. I don't know. I love it. I freaking love it. But New Jersey was wild for me. I got really kind of depressed. And I was trying to think about what it was that was making me, because I'm from Philadelphia, but New Jersey's like my home area. It's kind of the same thing. And it's where Todd's from. And I just felt I was feeling so off. And I always feel this way when I go home, except when my dad's sick. Like when I went back and my dad was sick, that's different. I'm completely of service. Like it's so easy to be, it just has nothing to do with me at all. But when I'm left to my own devices, I am seeing Annies everywhere. Like I'm like, look, everyone at Wawa just has, do you remember that Jamiroquai video? Yeah. And it was all the same face? Yeah. It's like that when I'm in New Jersey. I'm like, everyone pumping the gas, everyone working behind the counter, everyone's me. I'm like, like different versions of me. I'm like, no. And then I feel bad because then I feel like I'm judging these people who are working at Wawa. And it's like, I'm not judging these people who are working at Wawa. I'm judging the version of me that could have been working at Wawa because, I have big dreams. And I'm almost jealous of these people. I'm going to assume that they're living their best life. Like maybe that's not true, but they are missing a few teeth. But maybe they wanted less teeth. I don't know. No, but seriously, I don't want to judge them. But it's like maybe maybe they don't have, maybe they just wanted to have kids and, maybe they're roller derby girls. I don't know what the hell they're up to. But they're missing a few and they packed on a few. But I'm like, their lives could be completely content. Like I know nothing of their lives. Their lives are none of my business. So I wanted to be really like, I was trying to be not hard on myself, but be like, yo, girl, are you like judging these people? And then I was like, no, it's not that. It's like the idea of this like ghost version of myself that could have still been working there. But I don't think I could have worked there. I don't think I could have been like, do you know what Wawa is? It's like a 7-Eleven for Philadelphia, but it's like the Philadelphia 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I ever read down that you're like, some people just don't get out but some people should work at you.
Yeah, I mean, some people that I know out here should probably have stayed in their hometowns. You go, ooh, that was a big swing. That was quite a swing. Yeah, I mean, I'm just, it's just, I'm get so like deeply, like I get like a sorrow and an ache when I'm home. And I don't know if other people that have left their hometowns feel that way when they go back. I hope this is relatable. I feel like it has to be relatable. I think it's a mix of survivor's guilt and also just the regression. Like you just like regress back to this thing that you evolved out of. There's just like who I am and who I've become and who I've evolved to. Like there's no like place where I fit there in my head. I mean, these are all just like my beliefs that I could change, but it just feels like so depressing and it's really kind of, I feel bad because I feel like I'm being very like, I'm being very self-centered when I go home because I regress to being like a baby. You know, I'm like, meh, things aren't how I want them to be. And I also think about, I think one of the reasons I love Santa Fe so much is because I was in Santa Fe from ages, I was like there 2000 to 2008. So I was there, or 2001 to 2008. So I was like 18 to 25 there. And that's when I started to realize my dreams. That's when I started to open up. I had to like leave this place that I didn't feel like I belonged in to kind of go to another place that I felt a little bit like I belonged in, but not really. And kind of realize what I wanted to do. But it was interesting. I actually remembered when I was in Santa Fe, I was working at this nightclub. I was a go-go dancer at this nightclub called Swig. And Adam Sandler was shooting The Longest Yard there. And he came in with, and his posse would party at the club all the time while I was dancing. And it was just, and I was in a go-go, I was a backup dancer in one of his music videos, which was pretty cool to see like where I am. I'm like friends with Rob Schneider and David Spade. It's just like funny that that's like how it landed. Cause I just kind of was like some hoe, you know, some like drunk bitch that was just happy she got out of Philly. And then, but I remember I became friends with Adam Chef, who I haven't talked to in years, but it was his private chef. And he was telling me, I remember he came up to me one night and he went, "You're too big for this town. You're supposed to be with us." And just hearing him say that was like enough for me to expand my vision of what I could do or what I could be. And so I always tried, I've been doing a lot more recently, and I'm kind of taking it like I'm having psychic downloads of people, but maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm just spewing shit. But I've been DMing all my friends. Like when I'll have a vision of like, I really feel like John Gobletron, that Dave, who plays him, Goblecon, is like, I think Dave like could be a star. He's like star shortness, you know, like no, movie stars are short, handsome faced. Okay, they are. I'm just like, F it. I could see you in a Marvel. I could see you getting ripped and being in a Marvel. Like I'm like, let's just do it. Let's just make it happen. I was like DMing someone. Like there's just certain people I can see things for, and I'm like, I'm just gonna tell everyone what I see, so maybe it will expand their view of their own world or whatever. But anyway, who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I don't see my dreams when I'm in New Jersey. So I feel like really stressed. And when I'm in Philly, and my sets are never like, I never am like, Annie's back home. Like it's never like this crazy sellout. I think I have an energetic block when I go home. And it could be because if anyone from my high school comes near me, I'll call the police. I mean, maybe not now, maybe new Annie won't, but old Annie would have, okay? And I'll call the cops, and one of you is a cop. Evan became a cop? That's a surprise. He's a good boy. He was great. He was awesome. But he became a cop. It was very weird. Sleeping with the enemy, Evan. We were juvenile delinquents. It's crazy to become a cop. We'll bleep part of that name. We can't give him all three of his names. We'll give him two of his names, one or two of his names. But yeah, it was really, I just was struggling with it. I was like, what is fucking going on here? And then I remembered this article, might be too long to read, and God save me trying to read in front of people, but I'm going to try, okay? So this is a write-in column, an advice column, and it was going to a female author whose name I will find out. Okay, so basically talking about whether she made the right decision or not having a kid. And she said, I'll never know, and neither will you, of the life you didn't choose. We'll only know that whatever that sister life was, it was important and beautiful and not ours. It was the ghost ship that didn't carry us. There's nothing to do but salute it from the shores. That was basically all I wanted to read was that part. And I fucked up and read the whole thing. But I always think about that where it's like you kind of just have to like, and with all, I do like a lot of like, I believe in the quantum and like quantum leaping and stuff, but it is kind of like whatever timeline you choose or wherever you choose to go, you kind of just, it's kind of not your business what you would have done. So when I go back to New Jersey or go back to Philadelphia, I really feel like I'm not following that. I'm like looking at it like I'm pained by this. I'm being nagged and tapped on by this like ghost version of me or whatever, but it's really just kind of in my head and I don't need to do it. And I was there for Todd's brother's wedding and it was a beautiful wedding and it was so cute and they had a great, gorgeous day. The weather ended up being wonderful. And for half the wedding, I was panicking because everyone was coming up to us and asking us if we wanted a wedding. And then I was going, I don't want a wedding. I don't want a wedding. But then at that moment, I'm not being in the present moment of the wedding. So I just think that a lot of times the answers when you're freaking out is to stop paying attention to yourself and pay attention to other people is basically what I figured out.
Do the cluster headaches come when you were in New Jersey?
The cluster headaches are gone. So they come every 2 years for like a month.
Okay.
And so they've been gone for a while and I miss them. I don't want to sound like a Munchausen syndrome girl, but I was just, every time I would get a headache, I would have like a huge breakthrough in my life. I learned so much. Yeah. But I think I'm always having progress and I'm just maybe not as present to it. And when you're in pain, you're so present because that's the only way to get out of it is to be like, okay, right now I don't have pain. Right now I don't have pain. Do I have pain? Breathe. This has to go away.
You're not laying on concrete? You haven't been laying on
I did I've been trying to lay on concrete still. Just to like absorb. I like laying on concrete. I found a thing. I found a life hack. But I also want to say I feel very lucky today. I got a spray tan and you can't really like for the first 3 hours you can't move or sweat. So I just like laid in bed wrapped up in this special sheet that I have for when I get spray tans. And Todd brought me in breakfast and like served me in bed as though I were crippled, as though I'd gone to war and something had happened, or as though I was sick and he was nursing me back to health. I mean, he treated it like I was seriously injured. It was very cute. I was like, that's so nice. Just because I had to be still in my... I know. I love Todd. He's good. And I do want to have a wedding with him. It's like... Ugh. I'm gonna dance in front of a bunch of people. It's just like, I just don't, the way weddings are not my thing. It's not my thing. I have zero interest. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you're a comedian who's in front of all these people.
I already have it.
Yeah.
I have a wedding every night, babe. I get 4 weddings a weekend. 4 weddings a fucking weekend. Do you understand how many weddings I've had?
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my God, a wedding where I'm not getting paid. I'm paying money and not getting paid for it. And it's like, and I can't be, I have to be very emotional.
Would you have a lot of people or would it be small?
No. The scrubs that think they're getting invited to my wedding, it would be tiny.
The scrubs.
List is full, Patrick, sorry. List is full, unless you can bring one of your new buds. You bring one of your new buds, you're invited. I'm literally gonna have to have Todd edit out most of that reading. Guys, so this will be the edited version. So I just want you to know that I painfully tried to read the longest article and both of the men started to fall asleep. Paul might have passed away. Paul aged about 20 years. No, it was bad. But I always like that idea of that. But I do think that I'm haunted by my ghost ships when I'm in Philly. I need to get over it.
Yeah, you told me you hate being a liar. Parents say the truth. Parents say they tell you the truth, but they're lying.
Well, I always I think about that where it's like, but I don't know, people in Jersey and Philly are pretty brash and they are very honest. So I don't know what I was thinking about, and then I was just going through all my childhood trauma again. It's like, enough. Leave these people alone. I was talking to my mom today. So my mom wrote my papers for me when I was little, and it's a point of contention between us where I'm like, I always looked at it like, that's so annoying. You were like stealing my thunder, like, and not helping me like learn follow through. Randy, can we not get fake caught? He does this thing. It's like a porn.
He's fine.
No, he just does it and then he cries and pretends he needs to be rescued. Randy. But so my mom, like, she wrote all my papers and I was always like kind of like pissed at her about it.
What do you mean by wrote all your papers?
Like if I was like, okay, when I'm in like 5th grade and I'm like learning to write a paper and I get stuck on a part and I'm like, I don't know how to do this. My mom would go, I'll just write it for you. And she would just write the whole paper for me. So I never learned how to like write papers. And so this has been the thing I've been kind of pissed at her about. And then this cute old lady got a job writing papers for college kids. She helps them write their college essays. Isn't that cute? She just likes writing papers. Like this whole time when it was just like, obviously like maybe it wasn't the right parenting thing to do. She just liked writing papers. She was just, my daughter's in distress. I'm just going to write the paper for her because I like writing them. She wasn't thinking about like, how I'm going to become a writer and it's going to be really hard for me to finish things. And how she wrote her name on it a couple times. And then the teacher would be like, why is this Abigail Lederman? And I was like, I don't know. My mom's sabotaging me. But I'm just like, they're like, she just likes writing papers. She's happy. She's like doing it. She's like so excited to go. She's like, I got to meet with one of my students. So cute. But yeah, it's just let people off the hook. And it's always about you. You're bouncing off of everyone else. We're all like in these fun house mirrors. We're just all in that mirror maze at the mall. Like, Listen, I'm someone that's ruled by my gut, okay? I not only do I use it for intuition and stuff, but I know that is the cornerstone of my health. I know it affects my hormone levels. I know it affects my energy, my weight management, all of that stuff. I know I've been having issues and I'm finally ready. And if you are also ready to get your gut under control, you got to try Bioma, okay? It's so good because this supplement is a blend of prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics. And it's really all you need to get your microbiome back on track. And it's just 2 tablets in the morning before breakfast and you're good to go. And like if your gut's out of whack from stress, diet, Todd eats bad food or makes me eat it with him. Or whatever else, mood swings, anxiety, or brain fog. Bioma is here to help you with all of that stuff. This stuff is awesome. It's so easy. It's just like such a simple thing. It's like the day has barely even begun and I've already got it under control. And look, gut health, it has to do with all of your anxiety. Everything is connected. So it's not just about being able to relieve yourself easily, A healthy gut is also the beginning of a healthy you. Feeling like hell? Bioma has got your back. To get started, just click the link in our show notes and press the code Annie to get 15% off your gut's comeback. That's 15% off your first order when you use the code Annie. Just press the link in our show notes. Let's go, baby. Get that belly back. Okay, so Ram Dass has a book or a quote. I don't even know anything other than this fucking line, and I'm so moved by it that I haven't even dug deeper. But the line is that we're all walking each other home. And I think about that all the time. It's like so fucking sweet. Just the idea of like when someone's being like crazy or out of line or something, you're just kind of like, we're all just trying to go to the same place, and we're all kind of just in whatever way we are helping each other get to the promised land. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I think that's sweet. That helps me get out of a lot of things. With that said, I do want to set some boundaries with my fans. Anniewood and friends this week, we had a weirdo popping in, and I'm assuming she was affiliated with maybe one of you guys or is one of you guys, but I get a knock, knock, knock on the side door that goes into the green room where only comics are allowed, okay? Guys, I love you. I love your support. You're not allowed back where the comics are. It's not acceptable. You will never be back there unless you want to do 20 years of comedy and earn your way. But it's a safe space for the comedians to get ready for the show where they are not going to have unvetted people coming back there. So I just want to be very clear. This behavior was absolutely unacceptable. Now, when I am telling it, I am going to give a little props because it was funny. But but you can't, it's not safe and it's not okay. And I need you guys to respect the space between us. And I know that you listen to the podcast and you know a lot about me and you feel very friendly towards me. And I have so much love for you, but that's not, this behavior gets you banned. So this girl, I hear a knock, knock, knock on the side door, and I think it's Bobby Lee because he's just left. So I open the door, and I'm running the show. There's a bunch of stuff going on. I have like a million things to do, so I'm barely paying attention. And this girl busts through the door on her phone. Now, this is not a door that the customers come through. This is only comedians and staff would ever come through this door. Busts through the door on her phone, runs up to Felipe, who's in the hallway, gives him a kiss on the cheek. I'm like, I guess she's with him. It's like so fast, so confusing. She's on her phone, blah, 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 like running around. Then she just darts into the showroom. And I'm like, I like have a million things to do. I'm like, I don't know what that is. Maybe that's Felipe's friend, whatever. I thought maybe she was on the phone with him or his wife or something. So she leaves and then I don't think about her. And then later I kind of see her wandering through the audience. And first of all, you can't have your phones. They take your phones and put them in yonder bags. So cute attempt, but it shows that you didn't pay for a ticket if your phone is out. Or you got your phone back and came back in or something. But you need re-entry. You have to go through security. They have to check your bag, make sure you don't have any weapons, don't have anything dangerous with you. It's important for us to feel safe for you guys to go through that way and not bust in through the side door. It's really disrespectful and it's really unsafe and it's really unacceptable. So, but it was funny. And so she's on the phone the whole time. And it's like, you know, it's 11:45 at night. There's no one conducting business at this hour. Okay, this is a fake conversation. But she's a gangster. She never gets off. Bop, bop, bop. I mean, it could have been like a blow up, one of those blow up phones that you get on Amazon, like, boop, 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 like, and then we're out in the parking lot, and you can't go in the parking lot unless you're a paid regular. There's absolutely no way this girl would have been allowed out there, even if she was with someone. She comes out. She does the same thing. She comes out all hurried, and she kisses Eric Griffin on the cheek, and Eric goes, I don't know who she is. And then finally, I go, all right, to security, I go, get this lady out. Who is this lady? Get her out of here. She busted in through the side door. And so then they go to talk to her and she keeps going, this girl, it's so funny. She keeps going, yeah, no, we'll move it over to that one. Yep. On that date, yep. And security will be like, Joe comes up and is like, can I see your ticket? And she's like, I'm on the phone, hold on. Yeah, and then but there's no one on the phone. The phone's dead. There's no batteries in the phone. The phone's dead. So she's like doing this. And finally they go, can we see your ticket? And she just looks at them. And then she just runs down the street all the way to Pink Dot. She runs like 5 blocks and they take a picture of her and they know so she's never allowed back at the Comedy Store. So guys, it's not worth it. The tickets aren't that expensive. They're like $25 or $35. It's like, if you can't afford it, I don't know, go to the Belly Room show. I don't know what to say. It's like, there's other options that night that you can go to that are probably cheaper. And I try to keep the prices affordable, but that's not okay. And you're never going to sneak your way in the green room and come out our friend. It's going to be the absolute opposite. You're going to be banned from seeing us. So I just wanted to tell that story because it was funny, but also alarming. And security's going to be back there now. So you can't do that now. My big lesbian security guards. We're keeping women in jobs. That's security. Interesting. No, that's a good one. That's great. Pilots and security. That's what I say. No, I'm just kidding. They're like way buffer than every fucking guy. They're ripped. Okay? These are women. Women. What other things did I say to you? Oh, I've just been getting triggered left and right in nail salons. I don't know why this happens to me. I mean, it's just, I think it's the people pleasing because you don't want to be rude. People don't speak English. So you're like, there's just this huge communication barrier. So you have to be like your most communicative you've ever been in your life. And you don't want to be rude. It happens in massages too. Not with white, Not with white hands.
No.
White accents, not with American accents. But where you just don't, like, it's so, your boundaries have to be tight. You have to tell people exactly what you want. They still never give it to you. They'll gaslight you. It's a crazy situation. So I'm going to go in very guarded to every nail salon from now on. Our friend just opened up a nail salon, so I'll just go to her nail salon. But imagine she fucks up, then it's our friend. That sucks. She won't. She won't fuck it up.
The ayahuasca shaman too.
Oh yeah, and so okay, so I've been like going through different like right now I'm doing really well. I'm very excited. I feel really spiritually awakened. I feel like I'm learning a lot. I'm getting through a lot of blocks, which I want to talk about more of that. But I hadn't talked to my ayahuasca shaman for like 6 months, and it wasn't even like a thing. Like I just didn't want to do ayahuasca. Honestly, when I was on Trash Tuesday, I felt the need to, I was really trying to make that work. So I was doing a lot of any work I could do to try to like, I was like, it must be me. And it just was not the right fit. And Randy, will you just throw that? And it just wasn't the right fit. And I was trying to fit into this. I think that's relatable for you guys. Probably you've been in jobs like that where you're just trying to make things work or relationships or whatever. And so I just haven't really felt like doing, since I left, I just never felt like doing it again. But I love my shaman beyond just doing ayahuasca. He's my guy. I love him so much. So he, I hit him up and we were talking. I'm going to go see him when he's in Colorado. We're going to hang out. And he said to me that he thought I was mad at him because I wasn't talking to him. And I was just thinking like, oh my God, that happened with my massage therapist too. She was like, well, I hadn't heard from you. I thought you were mad at me. And I'm like, I never think of the consequences or how people are thinking. I guess maybe it's not my responsibility too, but kind of an insecure shaman, huh? I'm just kidding. No, he's the best. No, we're very close. So I was like, but I wasn't thinking about that. I just like, I don't know. I like owed him money at one point. It was just like a weird, you want to owe your shaman money, okay? You do not want to owe your shaman money. But it just was like, it just made me realize that even when I am taking space for myself, that I can throw people like a, hey, I'm taking space for myself thing. I just never think people are going to think I'm mad at them because I'm usually only mad at people for like 2 minutes. I'm not like much of a grudge holder except mommy. Just kidding. But I just was thinking about that where there's 2 people recently have said that to me. We're like, when I didn't hear back from you, I was like, oh.
You apologize really quickly.
Listen, if I blow a, what do you call it?
Lid?
Blow the lid.
Yeah.
I apologize quick. It's so embarrassing. Are you kidding me? Especially dating Todd, who never blows his lid. Do you know how embarrassing that is? To be around calm people.
Does he ever blow his lid?
Never.
Never.
I could poke him to it, but it's very rare. And usually when he does, he's like, is this what you want me to do? And I'm like, no. No, it is not. I guess I've just been feeling really, I've been very worried and anxious my entire life. So with all this work I've been doing, I'm realizing more and more how self-inflicting all these things are and how much I am creating my own reality. And the more I'm anxious, the more I'm creating more of the things that make me anxious. And I'm not celebrating like smaller wins. And like when I left Trash Tuesday, I took a huge financial hit. Like it was a really scary choice to make, but I was so stressed out. I was just burnt out. It just was not working out and it just was not the right fit for me anymore. We had just all grown apart. And I took this financial hit and I was like so scared. And in my head, I think I'm looking at myself like I took that, but I really worked it out. Like it all worked out to where I'm still like totally making enough money. Like I figured it out and I never let myself celebrate that. I was always focusing on like the thing I left and not the thing that I'm creating. I love what's going on with Anniewood. Our YouTube got a little messed up. If you see the numbers are all weird. We had someone that was working on our YouTube like a year and a half ago and they bought these weird ads on it and it messed up our algorithm really bad. And so we're just working to fix it, and it doesn't matter. And I don't care what it looks like because I know what I'm doing and what I'm creating is something I'm proud of. And I think it's resonating with people. And I think the more I do it, the more it's going to resonate with the right people. So I'm okay with that. And I'm excited about it. And so instead of thinking about something I left that I'm kind of sad, you know, there's like some sadness in that and something not working out the way that you wanted it to. And they're doing their own thing and I'm happy for them. It's not like that, but everything's where it should be, and I'm excited to do more. And I really realized I kind of have been being such a bitch. I'm reading that Brian Tracy Goals again, and I'm really doing all of the like workbook stuff. I'm actually making ChatGPT do it with me so I can do it while I'm walking. But so in Brian Tracy Goals, it's the 9th or 10th page, or the 9th or 10th. Imagine I was only on the 10th page. That's not unrealistic. But let me see what it's called. Oh, by the way, I have to say this. I have been listening to, just randomly, like going on YouTube and listening to all these AI versions of people talking. It's so funny. I thought Alan Watts was still alive. I asked ChatGPT, is Alan Watts still alive? And they're like, Alan Watts died in like the 70s. But I thought he was still alive because they do these weird AI versions of him talking where he's like, put your cell phone down. Look up, like they're doing weird things where they're taking like people's philosophies and they're putting them into modern day. Yeah, I guess it's creepy, or is it fucking awesome? I can't tell, you guys. And everyone's like, you're giving all your information to ChatGPT. I'm like, I give all my information to you guys. Everyone has my information. Everyone has my information. I do want to work a little bit more on boundaries. That kind of freaked me out, that girl busting into the back. And I think I need to start charging for my meet and greets. And I don't want to, guys, but maybe just you have to buy merch if you're going to do the meet and greets because it's getting a little too... It's getting weird, but not in a bad way. Everything's fine. Everything's also fine, and I love you guys. Not mad, just want to energetically protect myself. Okay. So I'm breaking down this chapter, and it's about removing your roadblocks. So he kind of, you think of a thing that you want to do, right? So for me, I really want to do a comedy special. This has been something I mean, as long as comedy special anyone's ever worked on it. It's been 7 years, I think I've been talking about doing the stamp special. And I'm procrastinating, I'm pushing it off. I'm creating obstacles and stuff because I have some roadblocks. And so they ask in the book, what are your roadblocks? Are they internal or external? Are my roadblocks my own fears, my own anxiety, or are they because I don't have the funding and stuff like that? And the truth is, I don't really have the funding, but I would easily, if I felt like my special was like completely ready and totally polished, I would be like hitting up everyone I know at Netflix. It would be wherever I want it to be. And I think it's like, I'm coming up against a big fear of mine, and I think the big fear is it's simply imposter syndrome, where you feel like a fraud in your own space, and that's an old feeling. I've worked through that feeling, but that's something that's still like in my nervous system, and I still get panicky and freaked out. And there's something about polishing things, and maybe it goes back to my mom with the papers and stuff because I never really learned the polishing. I'm like basically like a 5th grader trying to learn to finish things and with no shade to my mommy, but like this is literally what I'm going through right now at 42. So I realized like it's 100% me, and I have to stop doing this thing where Brian Tracy always says there's no one that's smarter or better at anything than you. They might just be more educated or more like practiced, and it's these things in my head, like these kind of younger ideas. Like if you think about body image stuff when you're a younger girl, I'm sure you had them too. No, but body image as a younger girl was always like, I wish I had that body, and it would be just someone's completely different body, and it's not even. there's no possibility I could ever have someone else's body except my own body. It was never like, I want to get my body to the best shape it can be. It was always like, I wish I looked like this. I wish I had a thigh gap. I have an age gap now. I wish I had, you know, a tinier waist and bigger, or whatever, you know, like these little things you nitpick about. And it was never about, I want to get to my optimum health because then I'm showing myself that I love myself and then I'm going to treat myself this way. And also, you know, I'm starting to get like, you know, my mom's thighs, you know, I got my dad's dimples and my mom's dimples. And, but I'm not really exercising. So then I'm going, I could go like, oh, these are my jeans and whatever. And it's like, who cares about cellulite anyway? But I'm not working out. It's like, it's like, I'm finally learning this lesson where it's like, oh, if you put work in, you get the results you want. It's like this I'm basically like Billy Madisoning my life right now. Where I'm going back to elementary school ideas and being like, oh yeah, it's just work hard, complete things, finish things, build that goodwill with yourself, get your dopamine from that. And this is an ADD thing too, where it's like you're just kind of chasing dopamine wherever it is. But I'm just feeling like, oh, not only do I see how to do all of these things, but I believe I can do them. And I'm seeing it because I'm seeing these little tweaks where it's like, oh, if I work on tagging up 3 jokes a night, I'm good quick. I mean, imagine in 90 days, which I don't even think I'll need 90 days, how fucking dope my special could be. And it could be like, and you know, cause there's a version of it where I just kind of throw it at the wall, which is how I am. Like, I like to be loose. I like to be, but how much of that is my personality and how much of that is my like defense mechanism is being so loose? Cause even when I'm doing crowd work, it's like, I do love doing crowd work and it's good for clips because I don't want to be putting my jokes out because I want to put them in my special. Right? But that's so lack. If I'm doing so many jokes, like Fahim Anwar is doing 50 new amazing jokes every night. He's just tapped into that. And I look at writing and I look at creative ideas, and especially with my jokes, I feel like I'm struck by lightning and that there's a collaboration with some other source or being is like writing through me. So my job is to get myself into the best spiritual shape where I'm open to that. And I'm not cluttered with anxiety, all these like anxiety, fear, all of these things that are like lower vibe emotions that are from a past version of myself. Then that bitch is working at Wawa, okay? That bitch's kids are in college, well, community college, if we're lucky. And no shade. But yeah, so it's like, if I take those things out and I'm just like, no, I'm a fucking gangster and this is what I do, I'm a prolific writer, that's what I am, you know, because I said that's what I am, and I just show up and trust and believe that it will come, and that's good. And then so I'm like, not that I'm not gonna do crowd work, but I'm not gonna only do crowd work, right? Because crowd work makes me feel fresh. So I don't feel like, oh, I'm just doing the same jokes. Like if I wasn't doing crowd work, I'd be like, these jokes are so old. I haven't written a new joke in a long time, you know? But because of the crowd work and I'm coming at it from fresh angles, even though I like doing that, and I think it's like reading the room and making everyone kind of calibrate to the same vibrational level. And I'm not against it. I'm just saying I think I've been leaning on it more and being like, this is just who I am. I'm not one of those other comics that fucking polishes everything. But it's like, why not? It's because I'm like afraid that I won't be good at it, but I know I'll be good at it. I know it. Even when my mom was writing my papers, I was like, I would be better at this. She would write the papers. I was like, it's all right. C+. But I knew if I was doing it, it would be great because it's my fucking paper. It's like with the body. It's like, it's my body. It can only be me. Like, of course, I'm going to be the best at writing my paper because I'm Annie Lederman and it's Annie Lederman's paper. So I'm just kind of just seeing actionable steps I can take, and then, yeah, just excited to move forward on that. And that's just one goal. And then I'm doing Comics Unleashed, which, do you know what Comics Unleashed is? Okay, so Comics Unleashed is the show. Byron Allen is this like billionaire TV mogul. He has a bunch of different TV shows and syndication, and I think he owns the Weather Channel. And he's really cool. I've never met him, but he's really cool. And he had the show years ago called Comics Unleashed, where I still make fun of Whitney for her episode because I will never forget it. It played in every hotel I've ever been in my life. I'm seeing Whitney Cummings doing this one joke where, so he kind of like prompts your joke. So you're all sitting there like as if you're having a conversation. It's so weird. It's so like not natural, but they're working on making it more natural. And I think we're going to be able to crush it. I do believe in it. But Whitney had a joke where so Byron was like, so Whitney, I hear you have a stalker. She's like, yeah, I'm being stalked by this woman named Visa. I mean, it's so funny. I mean, this is from 2008 or something that she said did this and I saw it. But it's like, so it's kind of like, you know, you're trying to like, but I was meeting with a producer about it and I was starting to get kind of like panicked and stuff because I have a fear of polish, of locking things down, of since I went to the Counting Crows concert recently, of pinning it down in a photograph album. Guys, Anna begins. Pin it down in a photograph album. I am not worthy. Is that not a good fucking line afterwards? It's a worthiness thing. By the way, seeing Counting Crows was crazy. I wish you had gone with me, honestly. I should have asked you. I've never felt older and younger at the same time in my life, ever. I was the youngest person there and I was still old as shit. I mean, I will say I love him and I will support Counting Crows till the crows peck at their dead bodies. But this man did not sing the songs the way we know them. And that was rough. You just want to sing along. But obviously he doesn't want to do it. He's like, fuck you guys. I've been doing this for fucking 40 years. I'm going to kill you. I would die if I have to do it in the same order. And I'm like, okay, well, Anna begins at this point, and then we sing this point, and then there's this long crescendo, and then we finish it off. I don't know what a crescendo is, but you know what I mean. I said it wrong.
No, I know.
Oh, fine. Patrick can sing, by the way, and since he's off mic, I want him to give us a little.
I've been hanging around this town.
I was thinking more of what you do for your other job. We're going to find a medium ground because I bet you they're going to want you to be a little mic'd. We're going to have to figure it out. Can you do separate mic? Maybe we can give it separate.
It's like a switch on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we could get something like that. Yeah. Like in radio when you sneeze after curse.
Yeah, for the most part, right?
Yeah, but I've been feeling just really excited and capable. And I'm just seeing like not the heaviness of my responsibility for everything, but the lightness of how responsible I am for everything. And I'm really excited about it. And I hope that you guys are feeling the same way about your lives because it's exciting. I'm really excited. I'm like, you know, I was writing these goals down and I wasn't really listening to the book and I wasn't doing the work. Randy, you want a sandwich, a knuckle sandwich? I know it's a part of the show though. I'm interrupting. No, but I wasn't really like, so I was just writing down my 10 goals every day and it didn't feel right. It just felt like I was like getting through it and stuff. And I'm like, oh, because I'm not really seeing it. And I've had so much trouble with my visualizations of actually seeing what I want. And I think it's because I haven't done this one step of fully seeing where it is me. I'm still doing a little bit of the victim, like, oh, well, that person's parents are rich or or they have that. And like, or they just, they're better writers or, they're just, it's like, no one's better. There's nothing that's better. I mean, you can have natural talent and stuff, but already have that. So but now I can now that I'm like, oh, it's me, I can really start to see things. And it was funny, this morning I was waking up, I was listening to a meditation that was like, imagine your dream life, imagine your, like a day in your dream life. And I was kind of like in and out of sleep. And Todd was waking up at the same time and he couldn't hear what I was listening to. But I just started being like, what animals are we gonna have on our farm? And we were just talking and it was just fun to be able to like build this dream scenario with Todd. And how we wanna have this like reptile room with like a wall of like reptile enclosures, but they're not like, like just box shaped. They're like weirdly shaped. And I don't know, we have cool ideas. And then once you can see that, it's like, it becomes so much easier. And yeah, so I'm just feeling excited and like excited to just keep up working and doing the work. I tried some new things last night. And then I think this Comics Unleashed thing is going to be good for me because what I'm facing with that too is it's on CBS, it's network television. And I've been asked to do late night TV before and I've turned it down because I'm not comfortable being produced. I don't like people like over my shoulder being like, say your joke like this, do it like this. I don't like being pinned down in a photograph album. I am not worried. Oh, I am not overly concerned. Okay. But so I just thought like, I'm just not this type of person. I'm punk rock. I'm raw. Like I can't do this sort of thing. I want to work dirty. I want to do this or that. But really it's, not that I love dirty jokes and I think working dirty is the truth. I think I don't work clean because that's lying. I don't lie. I think the truth is your dad jizzed in your mom's pussy and, you know, he pumped it in there and it went up her cookie and you came out and fucking busted that shit open and they stitched it up and your dad got back in there again. And I think that's the truth. And you sucked your mom's tit and you just got to face that you sucked your mom's tit. And I think that's the truth. And I think that everything's the masculine and the feminine. Everything is being received and penetrated and given, and that everything in life is that. So I think to not be dirty and to not address that is fake and not what I'm interested in. I'm happy that people do that, but to me, I don't give a fuck about that. But for me to say this is the only way I can work is me putting a block up against myself and a whole huge audience of people that I could be just telling jokes that aren't dirty to, just being funny with about anything else. And I think I came to this hypothesis that the reason that sex is easy to talk about, and guys are always like, oh, women talk about sex. Everyone talks about sex on stage. There's very few comics that don't. And they're very rich. They're doing great. They're doing the church circuits. Nate Bargatze, my friend, who I can never open for, he's like, I wish you could work clean so one day we could work together. I remember back in the day, he was like, what the hell? But I was thinking about it because we all have these different algorithms. We're all like seeing different things. There's very few things we have in common. Sex, procreating, flirting, dating. That's something we all have in common. So I was kind of resting on that as well. But it's just, there's a lot more to life, and there's, it's my job to make things that are in my algorithm interesting to you too. And so, yeah, I just was realizing how I was kind of using that as like a shield for myself for more accessibility and maybe this fear of like taking things to the next level. And maybe I wasn't working enough with like an internal locus of control, and I was more focusing on outward things. So I was scared to be in front of a bigger audience because when you're in front of a bigger audience, there's more people that can talk shit. But when you think your stuff's dope, like when my special's ready and I film it, you guys can think whatever you want about it, but I'm going to know it's good, So I want to make sure that's the stage I'm at so that it doesn't matter what you say because that's not my experience. But if I go half-assed, then I'm going to be like, oh, maybe. So, but I feel good. I feel very good. But I do think when one of my bigger things was just like being a little bit more of service. Like obviously I need less people and more people in a lot of ways because I need to focus on myself. I need to become a nerd with myself. I need to go back to the time when I felt so left out because I have two brothers and my dad would get tickets to go to the hockey game, to the Flyers, and I would like make him take me. I'd be like, you have to take me. He'd get an extra ticket. I'd go. I'd just draw the whole time. I'd just be like the little kid drawing. I need to just be the little kid drawing when there's like Eric Lindros getting like smashed up against plexiglass in front of me because those seats were good. My dad was the treasurer of Penn. We got those good seats. But like I want to be able to be in that cocoon of like I'm creating something I like and stop being like, Mommy, do you like my drawing? So-and-so, do you like my drawing? Like more just be like, I like this. I'm going to keep doing this. This feels good. This feels like I'm collaborating and creating something with all of my work. So, and I didn't sleep last night. Hi. I am working on my sleep. But I'm excited. I feel like I'm tackling shit. I will say I have not cleaned my house. I've been cleaning my house for about 6 months. There's a pile of laundry. Todd and I were talking about it yesterday, and he's like, I think this is another like kindergarten thing we should have learned. He was like, I think we're supposed to do like dishes and laundry every day. And I'm like, no way. I'm like, no fucking way. He's like, no, I think that's how you do it. And I was like, there's no fucking way. We're supposed to do them every day. He's like, I swear I can't see another way it works. And I'm like, he's right. I'm like, you mean you're not supposed to make it like become an emergency? I mean, I could die under a pile of laundry. But yeah, this happens to me once every 6 months. So I'm going to go fold some laundry. Enjoy your Labor Day. I will be folding. And I'm excited to do the Comics Unleashed. I'm filming that at 7:45 a.m. call time. Thank you for doing that to me. On Tuesday, and I'm excited because I had to make all my jokes clean, and it was very easy. It was very easy to make them clean. And I just saw that, and all my resistance was just myself pushing back at myself again. And I'm very excited to just do this like silly show that's coming back on air, and maybe you'll be in a hotel and you have a choice between me and Forensic Files. So choose violence or choose your girls who has never been silenced. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. Why don't you write some of your goals and what you think your blocks are in the comments, and get real with yourselves. And let's get going, guys. Let's make our dreams come true.